Hi, in this video we're going to have a look at the Schema Class Browser feature of NetTools. What this feature enables us to do is to browse the actual schema of the Active Directory and actually look at some of the details we have of what classes are actually in the directory and what actual attributes are made up within that class. So as before, we don't really need to specify the server name if we're already part of the domain, so we click refresh and it's actually downloaded all the classes which are available in the Active Directory. So if we select one, let's choose users, and then from here what we can actually see is that all the attributes which are actually made up of that class. Now what this actual feature does is that it actually goes through all of the actual structures within the schema, because one class can be made up of multiple different subclasses or abstraction layers. And if you have a look here in this bottom corner, this actually shows you this structure, so you can actually see that we've selected user. It's made up of these 5 different classes here, but then it's also part of an organizational person, a person class, and a top class. And so when you actually look at the attributes, what it actually will tell you is where it actually came from. So you'll see. So what we can see is that there's multiple entries, and we can see from here which were the classes actually derived that. So you could have actually an object being derived from multiple classes, but when the actual user object is actually instantiated, it'll only be one of those attributes in the actual object itself. So from here we can actually browse those different things. We get some details displayed straight away, what the actual data type of that or syntax of that object is, whether it's a single value or multi-value attribute, whether the attribute is actually replicated into the GC, and then also if the attributes is indexed. So when you're actually writing queries, you want to try and use as many indexes as possible, because that increases the performance of the actual query and the speed at which the data is actually returned. But then if we right click on this, we can actually see, we can go and see the schema definition. So this is actually looking straight into the schema and pulling back the schema for the actual objects. And as we can see here, so we've got a couple of system flags which are actually used, search flags and system flags, which define how this attribute is actually being used, indexed and replicated. What we also can do is you can actually see where that attribute is actually being used. So this will actually go through, and if we've got an attribute which is used to put in multiple classes, it will actually come back and show us where that one is. This particular one's only been used in one class, which makes it quite a simple attribute. But if we try and use something like this one, CN, we can see that it's in multiple classes in the directory. So that was a quick tour of the Schema Class Browser. It's really sort of the schema one is more to do if you're writing complex queries or you're trying to do some manipulation of the directory, and you want to understand what actually is in the class and what's actually required to used to create that object. So it's quite an advanced topic when you're talking about the Schema Class Browser. Well, that's it. Thanks for now.